Hi all, this is a informational background video to give you some just verbal help with your final project. So this is what I'm calling a filling and wrapping project. In your Canvas course, you'll see that there are two parts to this project. The first part, if you download the PDF, it should look like this. It says, here are some background information for your filling and wrapping project. Please note that some of the details for this project have been omitted on purpose. You will have to make decisions and fill in some of these details and then explain to me why you made those decisions. So I also have a rubric for both parts of the project to help you along the way. Please refer to that rubric. So here I give you a little scenario. You can read it yourself, but there's a company that is asking you to design a package or a set of packages for their ping pong balls. And they have some parameters around those packages. This is where you're going to have to make some decisions. And then for the first part, you're going to submit your designs for the contest. You are going to, and here again, I have some parameters about your designs. You're going to need to submit a description of the shape or shapes of the packages you've designed and explain to me why you selected these packages. You're going to draw nets for each of your packages so that if I cut them out and fold them and tape them together, they will actually make your packages. You should use centimeter grid paper to make your patterns. Make them life size so that if I were to print them out, I could actually make your packages. You're also going to include some calculations based on the cost of the packaging material. Everything's explained there. And then the most important thing, the rubric for part 1. This again is in the document in Canvas. It's also in the assignment in Canvas for you to refer to. Notice the different criteria that you will be getting points on. There are 12 total points for this part of the project. 12 total points. 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3. So notice all the different parts that you need to include. The 3 boxes, the explanations, the nets, the calculations. So please include all of those things. If you have any questions about this, I am here to help you and answer some of those questions. I can't do the project for you, but I'm here to help you and answer some questions if you need more explanation about this part of the project. I suggest that you get all of this part done before you move on to part 2. Now, I have part 2 as part of the same document. You will not see that in Canvas. There are 2 separate documents. One for part 1, one for part 2. But for the ease of presentation, I just put it all in one document for this video. For part 2, it's actually a presentation. You are going to pretend that you have to present your information to the Worldwide Sports Company based on your designs from part 1 and based on the parameters that I have repeated here. It's also up here. The parameters are here for you in part 1. They're also right here for you in part 2. So meet those parameters that this fictional company has given you. You have some choices again to make here in part 2, the way you want to make this proposal to the company. You can do it a couple of different ways. You can do a written proposal. Notice that neatness counts. A written proposal in terms of like just a paragraph describing your proposal. Fine. You can do a brochure. And I suggest that you use Google Docs or another graphic design tool to create a brochure. It should be professional looking. You can create a slide presentation. Again, it should be professional looking. Use Google Slides, PowerPoint, Prezi, whatever kind of slide presentation app that you want to use. You can also make me a video. Notice that it should be not longer than 3 minutes. I don't want to sit through a 10-minute video of your presentation. But it should include all of the information that I need to assess your understanding of this part of the project. And be sure to look at the rubric. Again, this rubric is here in the document. It is also in Canvas in the assignment. This part of the project is worth 16 points, and you notice the different things that I'm going to be looking at. Whether you meet the criteria given by the 3 people that I have given you, the groups of people. Your neatness does count, whether you're persuasive, you're trying to convince this corporation to use your packaging. So make it persuasive. And your creativity. All right, so I want to see some creativity from you. I'm giving you some leeway in terms of the way you express this. So make it count. Remember that this project, 16 points here in part 2 and 12 points from part 1 is added up to be 10% of your grade for this semester. Again, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. I would be happy to answer them and guide you along your way. Hope you enjoy this project and show me what you know.